Time for a new year again. I bet in the coaching world it seems like March gets over pretty quick and October shows up pretty fast. But how's the off season been going for you? And how's things in South Plains College Lady Texan land?
You know, it's been going good. We've kind of started our preseason stuff once school started, and just a lot of individual stuff, kind of looking at what they can do and what we need to get better at, and in conditioning as well, just kind of trying to, get ourselves in shape and kind of working towards game shape, I guess.
There you go. Let's talk about the roster. You bring back some people. Alexis Dunn, Tashina Moore comes back into this lineup. Jazz Brainerd's back into this lineup. You've got a pretty good 3 and 4 sophomores returning to this lineup. You got to feel good about at least the returning upperclassmen.
Exactly. Alexis and Tashina were both all conference guards, and they've come in. They worked really hard this summer, and it just makes a huge difference from that freshman to that sophomore season, just knowing what it's like and having that experience. And so they always come back with some maturity and ready to go. And Jazz Brainerd really worked on her game this summer, and so she's been looking really good. But yeah, their experience, they're being good leaders for us. They're working really hard. Our other sophomores, Brianna Brigham, and she didn't play as much last year, but she's working her way into the rotation this year, and she also worked hard this summer. So all 4 of those, we're really excited to have 4 quality sophomores back.
All of a sudden, you've gone from, we're kind of tall, to holy cow, 6'2", 6'3". This is kind of a weird position for you.
It is. We have 4 post players, and they're doing well. And so we're having to work hard to learn how to coach height, but we think we can do that. So. And they're doing good. And it's just taking them adjustment. There's a big difference between the high school game and the college game, and especially for the post players because it's so much more physical. And we've had 2 scrimmages, and I think we've seen that, and they've seen it. We've watched it on video that they've really got to toughen up because the refs let them play. They let it be more physical than it was in high school. But they're coming on, and it may take a little while, but we're really excited about what we have.
The conference seems to me like they've kind of dictated this change in height a little bit. You get into a Midland who's 6'3", 6'2". Howard's been the last few years. New Mexico JC. And you've done a good job of not necessarily having to be that tall.
Right.
But, again, it's got to be a nice feeling to know you can be that big when you have to.
Exactly. And we've always known, and we've always preached that. We've got to box out better. We've got to have good help side, because we are undersized. And so this year it is a little more comforting to know, hey, we can match up with these people. We can guard them one-on-one, and we don't have to rely on all this help and everything. And our kids are, they're pretty athletic. Our post players will be some of the best athletes in the league. And so that's also because we can run, we can kind of play a different style that I think will fit our guard play well. And so it's all, we're excited about what we think we can have.
Any other highlights we need to look for as incoming freshmen for this team? Any other standouts that when we see them on the floor we're going to go, oh wow, check that kid out?
We have a 5'10" kid that we're playing her at the post spot, IJ Nzekwe. She's from El Paso, and she's been a pleasant surprise for us. We knew she was athletic, but she can really do a lot of things, and so she's just continuing to work hard, so we're pretty fired up about her.
Let's talk about the scrimmages. You've been involved in a couple of them already. Kind of give us the nuts and bolts of how these scrimmages have gone. Are you where you feel you need to be? Are you a little behind? Are you a little ahead? Where are you at?
I think we're okay. We went to Frisco and played 4 other junior college teams there on a Friday, I guess, a couple weeks ago, and that was good for us just to kind of get that feel, and it was really good. There's a lot of 4-year coaches there, and so they got to look at our sophomore kids, and we've had a lot of calls about that. So that's always a huge recruiting thing. And then this week we went up and scrimmaged with Texas A&M, and it was tough for us because we've got freshmen playing seniors, and they are a senior-loaded team. But that's what we want. We want to put them in as tough a situation as we can, and so we kind of took our lumps up there, but. We're going to learn from that. And we've already watched the video, and we were already better yesterday after we had that scrimmage. And so it's just, I like where we are. We've got to, I'm concerned about our post play and just the toughness and being physical and things like that. But that just takes time, and they've gotten better every scrimmage. And the more we work at it in practice and see what the college game is, I think they'll just continue to get better there.
Normally we talk about 2 months to work out it before conference play. Strangest conference schedule in the history of conference schedules. You're playing 1 the first week of December, Then you take like 3 weeks off, play out in Arizona for 3 days, then come back play conference again. It's a weird schedule this year. It's gotta be turning over in the coach's mind, going, okay, now how are we gonna work this thing out?
Exactly. And our non-conference schedule is really tough, and so I think it sets us up well. But it is a different mindset of being ready for conference for first semester. And usually you have that where it's just putting in things and kind of fine-tuning it, and then being ready to go second semester. So we have kind of tried to speed up some things and do things a little bit quicker and get more stuff in and everything, so that when we do play that conference game, we'll have whatever we need. So it's just an adjustment. I guess it's really only an adjustment for me and Coach Lyle, but we're making it work.
I noticed your non-conference schedule. Again, you head up to Hutch this year, take on Hutchinson, and up to Liberal to play that. You've got that Collin County thing, Thanksgiving again. Talk about that non-conference schedule, and you've got some pretty solid teams on that.
Yeah, I think it's really going to help us. We may take some lumps, and I always playing Seward and Hutch is tough up there, and then like in the first weekend we go out and play Eastern Arizona, and I saw them a little bit at the super scrimmage, and I think they're going to be really good as well. And then Tyler and Colin over Thanksgiving. But I think that our league is tough, and that's what we want to play. I mean, we don't want to play a lot of JV games. We want to play people that are going to be comparable to the teams that we're going to see in conference. And so whether we win, whether we lose, as long as we're getting better and getting ourselves ready for conference play, that's what we're trying to do. And so, I like it. And like I said, it may be tough, but I think it'll help us down the long.
I saw the conference preseason polls, and polls are exactly what they are. They're polls.
Exactly.
The Fab Four right out front again here. Midland, Howard, yourselves, and New Mexico JC. But looking at their rosters, looking at their schedules, things change, but they don't really change all that much for you guys in the top end of this thing.
Yeah, and that is. It's just, it's so different at the junior college level because it's all about who you bring back, and then we all don't know who all people have signed. I guarantee you they don't know all the post players that I have. They know who we have returning, just like I know who they have returning and stuff like that. So it's kind of what it is, and so we just kind of chalk it up to that. But we're fine. They kind of rank us fourth every year, and then we just see what we can't get done. We're totally fine with wherever we are, and it's just all about the kids just working hard and getting better, and so that's kind of the way we take that.
All right, Coach. Let's final thoughts for us today before we wrap it up and let you get back to practice and scrimmage and schedules, and all of a sudden it's here. Like I said, seems like a short time frame, I'm sure, for you guys.
I told them the other day we have 8 practices and 1 scrimmage, and then we're going, and they were kind of like, oh my goodness, it's here, So it is definitely here, and we're excited about it, and we're hope people will come out. We don't have a lot of home games here first semester, but hope they will come out because I think they're going to like this team. It's one of the more athletic teams that we've had in several years, and deeper teams that we've had in several years. And so I think, we're not where we need to be, but I think where we could get to could be really good.
Meet the Texans on Monday, October 28th at the SPC Texan Dome. Doors open at 5. Barbecue starts at 5:15 with music performed by the SPC Creative Arts Department. Admission $6 for adults and $3 for children under 11. Award-winning barbecue will be prepared by the cooking teams with a winner picked following the program. Come on out and meet all the Texan teams and stick around to watch the Texan scrimmage LCU following the program at 6:30. For more information, visit spctexans.com.